Hey guys, it's Eric and I'm back here today for a list of my top 5 post-spawn smallmouth baits. Now, when you see this video, it's going to be the first, second week of June. Um, this fish or smallmouth are in here in the north part of the country are pretty tired out from the spawn. So they're just kind of going to be in recovery mode. And in my opinion, the month of June for smallmouth is the hardest month of the hardest month of smallmouth fishing, other than maybe immediate ice off. Fish are very lethargic. It's very hard to get bites. So it's probably the least aggressive I am all year outside of ice off time. So I want to give you guys my top 5 list of baits I have confidence in, caught fish on over the years on these baits in the post spawn, kind of with the low and slow method. So we're going to start with honorable mention, and the honorable mention number 5 are going to be the only 2 hard baits on this list. Honorable mention is a small popper. This here happens to be a baker's popper and just like a translucent white color. I forget exactly the name of it. Just given poop, bloop, bloop. Small pops, longer pauses, not super aggressive, just to draw a little bit of aggressive strike. And you can get good bites in this bait. So my honorable mention is a small popper. Now, before I get into my top 5, keep in mind here, during this time, it's almost like you are on that ice off, because these fish, even though the water is 70, 75 degrees in the post spawn, these fish are pretty lethargic after recovering from spawning. They really don't want to chase a whole lot, especially in clear water. So, like I said, that's why I'm fishing that really slow. Now, number 5 on my list is the baby, the Zara Spook Puppy, not the big spook, the Spook Puppy. This exact puppy is the exact bait. As you can see, it's worn as heck. It's caught a lot of fish over the years. This is the bait I caught my first ever 3.5 pound smallmouth on during the summertime, above the dam in Williamsport, in that area of water, at the end of the post spawn. Just a slow walk, pause, walk. And also, keep in mind with this and that popper I had as my honorable mention, when you throw these out, especially now, let these baits sit for at least 5 seconds, preferably like 10. Just real slow. Just get something to entice, smaller size. As you can see, like I said, caught a lot of fish, really worn. Biggest thing I'm going to say with these, both for the puppy and the big spook, which we're going to talk about in future videos, trade out these hooks. These stock hooks suck. I haven't traded them out on these because I don't throw it as much now. I should be throwing during this time, which I've had a lot of success in lately, but I'm kind of throwing more of these other baits on the list then. But if you want top water bite, the Spook Puppy is probably your best bet in the post spawn for smallmouth. Now, number 4 on this list is a bait I made a video about earlier this year. I think they're about the rise and the fall of it, and I think for good reason. But during this time, fish are slow, and you're starting to just get bites and put keepers in the boat. It still works for that, and that is the Ned Rig. Green Pumpkin TRD right here. Other colors I like a lot are the Canada Crawl, New Money, PB&J. Those are some good colors there, especially for clear water. Just throw it out, just let it sit. Slight movement. You're really almost dead stick in all these plastic baits I'm going to mention, but they do get bites. Maybe not the best bites, but they do get you some keepers. So number 4 on my list, the Ned Rig. Number 3 on my list. Now, of all these baits, this is the bait that will give you the biggest bite. Probably for sure of all the plastics baits and bottom contact baits, but you're still probably not going to get as many as 1 and 2 on the list, and probably not even as many as the Ned Rig, but you will get some more quality with these if they're biting it. And that's a football head jig. These are 1/4 ounce jigs, one custom made by my buddy Rob, just a brown and orange. And then, sure enough, Kevin made this one, just kind of a dark green pumpkin, dirty dark type color. Very good colors. Have a pulse on what your crayfish look like before you pick your colors. Just throw out again, just dead stick, just drag it. I mean, I'm not popping at this point in the post spawn until we get into the dead of summer, but post spawn, I'm just dragging. These fish are, like I said, these fish are really lethargic. these smallmouth, and they'll fight you hard, but they're not going to go out of their way to get to bite. So number 3 on the list, football jig. And typically I still will get into the, the more active trailers, but maybe a lesser action crawl now than maybe a higher action crawl. Number 2 on the list. Again, this bait's been on, I think, every list, but there's darn good reason for it. And that's the tube. I can't tell you how many big fish I've caught on tube over the years, both large and smallmouth. Throw it out there, let it sit, just like the jig, drag it on the bottom. Just drag it. Just the subtle action of those tentacles just kind of fluttering there. Again, dirty dark green pumpkin, a color that works. Dirty water and clear water, but clear water kind of blends in with those smallmouth territories, especially if you're in a really crawl-centered area like I am. But just the tube, that'll get you some tough post-spawn bites for smallies. So number 2 on my list, the tube. Now number 1 on my list, to be honest with you guys, this isn't even close. This is number 1 by a mile. This is, when you're talking about slow fishing, a bait that fishes itself, this is the bait that gets it done. Number 1 on the list, the 5-inch Senko, Gary Yamamoto. Green pumpkin, of course. Wacky rigged. What more can I say? Throw it out there. Let it hit the bottom. Keep slack out of your rod and wait for a bite. When nothing else is working, this is the one bait that, my buddy Steve Horvath at Steve Horvath Fishing talks about throwing different things, and I'm kind of into that as well. But this is the one thing I won't be different on. The Senko works all year, all the time, as long as it's clear water. Big deal for that. Any season. But especially this post-spawn fix period when the fish are lethargic and they really just want something subtle and not moving a lot. Hands down, my number 1 post-spawn bait is the 5-inch Senko. Did you like my list? Do you agree with what I put on here? Drop a comment, tell me what you think. And thanks for watching the video. And please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.